a lot of changes for Billy's team coming in. We've discussed as well whether we think that Bill would make changes, late changes as well, to the starting side. What would you do?
Well, look, I think they would have prepared that way, the way that Billy's named them. So if they prepared that way all week, Danica, you leave it as is. I don't think late changes are needed, unless that's been spoken about and they prepared for that with, a couple of changes, an hour before kickoff. But, I think Billy, he's made some changes. I reckon he's shaken the group up a little bit, to be honest. I think he got a hold of them pretty early in camp and told them some home truths about their performance in game one. So I think we'll see a positive reaction for this second game.
So you're expecting a big reaction from Queensland. All right, Joey, what about New South Wales? No Mitchell Moses. Brian To'o has been cleared to play for that hamstring injury. And, of course, then Jerome Luai comes in. Is that a like-for-like replacement, Jerome Luai into Mitchell Moses' whole position?
Well, they've played so much footy together, him and Nathan, so they'd be excited to play back together with Luai's gone to the Tigers. So, look, this group has been together for a while now. Brad Fittler debuted some of these young guys. I got to say, this is the best New South Wales Origin team I've seen in a long time. It's got great balance. They complement each other. The forward pack is so strong. The bench is strong. The back five coming out of trouble, in particular Lomax and To'o, were just unstoppable. And the halves are at the peak of their career. This is a really, really strong team.
I think with the inclusion of Jerome Luai, there's no way they're a worse off side. I don't know if they're going to be any better, but they're certainly not worse off, Danica. Given his partnership that he shares with Nathan Cleary, they know each other's games like the back of their hand. They've played together for so long, since they were teenagers. And I think that, the positive for New South Wales and the worrying thing for Queensland is that with Luai now on the side, I think that just adds a bit more unpredictability to New South Wales with the style that he plays.
Well, he unlocked Latrell last year in game two. The big thing we're talking about Dearden, we're talking about Munster, Kalen. It doesn't matter. Unless their forwards hold their own and get on the top of New South Wales, which on paper, I'm looking at the teams, New South Wales forward pack looks far superior. And I also thought their bench was far superior in game one. So we can talk about Dearden and Munster. It doesn't matter. If they get bashed up in the forwards, it wouldn't matter if you had Wally Lewis, Alfie Langer, that you can't do anything. So the challenge is to the forward pack, but in particular, Fataoka, Tino and also Liero in the middle of the field. They've got to aim up.
Yeah, plenty of pressure on the big men, that's for sure. All right, well, one man who got to enjoy New South Wales camp is, of course, Keon Kolomatangi. So let's hear from him now. He's standing by with Emma and Freddie.
Thank you very much, Danica. Well, Keon, you've just spent some time in Blues camp. How's the experience been, and what are some of the key things that you can take from all of those elite players and bring back to the Bunnies?
It was good to be back in that environment. It's been a couple of years since I've been there, so just good to be back there and catch up with a few boys that I've played with before, and I've learned a few things. Obviously, how professional they are, and hopefully I'll try to take that out today and play my best footy.
So are you hanging around the back rowers or the front rowers?
Whoever was at the dinner table. So yeah, it was probably the props. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I was hanging out with.
What about today? You lose Cody and Latrell, a couple of real strike players and a lot of experience as well. Where do you think you'll get your points today?
Well, hopefully AJ. Hopefully, get his try record soon. But we've been training pretty well this week, the boys, and hopefully, us forwards, we've got to do a good job, and we have the quality players at the back, so we just got to lay a platform for them, and that's what we'll be looking to do today.
And what about your own form? I know you're humble, but you've trimmed down a lot. You must be pretty proud of the way your season's gone so far.
Obviously, happy with sort of how I'm playing at the moment, but obviously you can always play better, and I can do a better job of helping my team get the 2 points. We've been a bit inconsistent this year, so lost 2 in a row, so hopefully I can sort of put my best foot forward to hopefully get the 2 points.